Hey folks, welcome to my channel. My name is Dhruv and today I am going to show you how you can self-host n8n using Render. If this is your first time to this channel, consider subscribing for more automation-based content. I post twice a week and my topics range from the very basics to full-fledged automation systems. So before we get started, let me tell you why you should self-host n8n. Self-hosting is a process where you run and manage your own service, website or application on your own server or infrastructure. Self-hosting n8n essentially means that you will run and manage your own n8n image on an external server. But you would ask me, why would you want to go through all of this trouble if n8n provides cloud hosting on its own website? Well, the answer is simple. Number 1, unlimited workflows, unlimited executions. Number 2, privacy. Self-hosting allows you to keep your own client secrets and API keys private so that you don't have to share them with n8n Cloud or any other website other than your own server. Number 3, cost efficient. n8n Cloud charges you £20 for 2.5k executions, while if you host n8n on your own server, you get unlimited executions and unlimited workflows. In this video, we will be using Render as a server to self-host our own n8n image. So let's quickly go over why you should go forward with Render. Render helps you host n8n quickly, easily and cost efficiently. As you will see in this video, you just have to add the link for an n8n Docker image and Render does all of the things for you. You don't have to go through any hoops like setting up a DNS or finding a website where you can link your n8n instance, because Render provides you with a URL, with a unique URL where you can access your n8n instance. But before we get started, let me answer the question, is Render for you? Render helps you get set up fast, but there are a few points you need to consider before you go forward with Render. Now don't get me wrong, Render is a very robust platform, but these are still some of the points that I would consider. And the biggest point is that it is very costly when it comes to scaling. If you are an agency owner or an automation pro who has multiple workflows and has hundreds of executions going on in a single minute, then you will quickly outgrow the $7 Render basic plan. You will have to scale up, and the next upgrade is directly $25 for just half a GB of CPU upgrade. That's a steep slope if you ask me, and the costing after that or the tiers after that are just crazy. So if you're someone who just wants to get set up and get started or check out if automation is for you, go forward with Render. Just host your instance on Render and get to work. But if you're someone who is really serious about this and knows that they would need to scale in the future, I would urge you to go with DigitalOcean. I personally have used Render for about a year before I switched over to DigitalOcean, and I have used their $8 and their $27 plan. And before you commit me like, Dhruv, you just said that the plans were $7 and $25. You need the additional $2 for a persistent disk. I'll show you how to do it as the video progresses. But as I was saying, I have switched over to DigitalOcean since. I have made a video on how you can self-host n8n using DigitalOcean. I will link it somewhere here or here. But pardon me if the video doesn't really come out. I'm new to YouTube and I don't really know how all of this works. But don't worry, I got you. I'll leave it in the description or in the top comment, but you'll find the video. So now that's out of the way, let's get started so I can show you how you can self-host n8n using Render. I already have an account on Render, but I'll do a new account just like you guys so you can follow along just fine. I will leave all the important links in the description so it's really easy for you guys. Alright, so let's get started. So the first thing you need to do is to go to render.com. Well, like I said, I already have an account with Render, so let me just log out of that account quickly. So right now I need to sign in using my account. I will use a different account. So I'll use a different account to sign up now. Let me quickly verify my email. Yeah. Now that I have verified my email, it asks us to go through the basic stuff. So what should we call you? Kadam, how will you primarily use render for my personal use? Since we are using render to deploy our instance of n8n. What type of project are you building? Now, what we will be building is a web app. So I'll select a web app. Where is your project hosted? I think we should go with starting a new project. Continue with render. Now, you can read about the plans here, but I would recommend you to go with the hobby plan. The hobby plan is free and it starts at $0 a month. You don't need to pay anything extra for it. So just select the hobby plan and go forward with it. Payment method, you will need to add a card. So let me quickly add a card on file. Once we have selected the plan, we will be greeted with this page. So now what we have to do is we have to start a web service. You can see that right here. Now this page might be different anytime you visit. So just make sure that you find web service and create a new web service. Once you are here, you will get to this page. What we have to do now is we have to go to existing image. And here we have to put in a Docker link. Now to get the Docker link, you simply go and type in Docker n8n and go to the Docker Hub link. Once you are in the Docker Hub link, you can go forward and read this. But I don't think it is very necessary since it goes over how you can self-host your n8n using your own external server, meaning that you will be able to host n8n on your own server which you have installed or which you have deployed using any node service or something like that. So all we need is this little line which is right here, which goes docker.n8n.io/n8nio/n8n. Just copy this and go to our render dashboard where we paste it. Now don't worry, I'll make sure to link this in the description below. Once we have that, we just use connect and it gets the Docker image. Now give this a unique name because it will be shown. Now this name is not important. It is just a way to represent what this service is in your render dashboard, but I still like to give it a unique name. Dhruv's n8n. Let's go with something like that. We don't need a project. Select a region which is closest to you. Now that would be US West, Oregon. Now the next thing you have to do is you have to select an instance type. Now render does offer you a free instance with 512 MB of RAM and 0.1 CPU. But keep in mind that free instances spin down after periods of inactivity. They do not support SSH access, scaling, one-off jobs or persistent disks. So the best thing to do is to select a starter plan, which is same in terms of RAM, but you get a little bit more CPU power. But the best thing about that is you can install persistent disks, which we will need. So select the starter plan. For environment variables, you don't need to add anything. So generally in environment variables, you will need to add the API keys of multiple things which you might need in your n8n instance. For example, it might be the Google Calendar API link, the cal.com API link, the Airtable API link. But right now we'll just leave it as it is and select advanced. Now in the disk part of the advanced setup, we will go to add disk. Now mount path would be the same /var/data. They actually provide you with a mount path. in the example section. So just type it in as it is, /var/data. And I think that render charges you 0.5 GB per month, as they have stated right here. So we'll go with 1 GB, as that is enough. Now we are installing this disk in case that you miss a payment and your service gets booted down, so that the data on your server doesn't go missing. So we'll just select 1 GB and then we'll click deploy web service. Now once this screen is here, you can see that it is deploying, it is in progress, and you can see the terminal as it is going on. But this website, this link which you see right here, is the instance for your render image. But this website which you see right here is the link for your n8n image. We will just wait here until it is done installing. I think it should take about 3 to 4 minutes, so I'll come back when it's done installing. Now that this is done installing, it started at 11:20 and it's 11:23 now. So it took about 3 minutes to install. Now, in order to access our n8n instance, we just click on this link here. And we are live. Just sign up with the same email and something like that. Once you have set up your owner account, just go with software as a service, business owner, myself. How big is your company? Less than 20 people. How did you hear about n8n? YouTube, because you're watching my video. Yeah, send me a free license key. Just select the send me a free license key, and you should get a free license key in your Gmail account or whatever account you have given. I have given a Gmail account. Let me quickly sign in to my Gmail account and I'll show you how you can add that free license key. So this is your license key. You just copy it. You go back to your image and you go to the 3 dots at the bottom left. You select it, you go to settings. In usage and plan, you enter activation key. You paste it here and you click activate. And you are done. Your license is activated and you have registered your n8n for the community edition. Now after this, you can use n8n as you like, and well, you're good to go. So that's it for today. If this video helped you, leave a like and consider subscribing for more automation based content. Peace.